Have you ever paid extra for extra virgin olive oil, certain you are buying the best, only to realize you might have been sold a prettier label instead of real quality? Here's the shock. A 2023 test by Il Salvagente in Italy found that 11 out of 20 supermarket extra virgin bottles had sensory defects and were downgraded to virgin, meaning they weren't extra virgin at all. So if you've been spending more for richer flavor and better nutrition, there's a chance you got less of both. Hit subscribe because this exact story, might just restore your faith in miracles. Did you know that over half of the extra virgin olive oils in Italian supermarkets do not meet their declared standards?
Salvagente's tests in 2023 revealed that 11 out of 20 bottles contained defects that downgraded them to virgin, not extra virgin. Millions of families pay more for inferior quality. We analyzed every test to reveal 7 brands to avoid and 2 that deserve trust. In the end, I'll show you how to recognize fake oil because the difference can cost your health much more than a few euros. Let's begin. Number 1. Sasso Classico. Sasso, founded in 1860, promises Italian tradition, but in the 2023 Salvagente tests, Sasso Classico scored 30 out of 100 among the bottom 3. The panel found defects of mold and earthy humidity that downgraded the oil to virgin. You pay €6.54 for questionable quality? The serious problem is that transparent bottles exist for some lines.
Studies show that oil in transparent glass loses up to 40% of its polyphenols in a few weeks under supermarket lights. Those protective compounds vanish before you open the bottle. The company declares on its website that it only uses dark glass to protect from light. Yet they sell lines in transparent bottles with evidenced tradition. Number 2. Pietro Coricelli. In 2015, Pietro Coricelli came under investigation along with other oils. Sensory panels doubted that it met the extra virgin profiles. Chemically, it passed. Organoleptically, it failed. Flat taste, no pungency, 0 character. In Altro Consumo's 2024 tests, it scored 31 out of 100, low quality, at €9.13 for 500 milliliters, among the most expensive in the low-end range. Terrible value for money.
The problem is not direct fraud, it's ambiguity. Labels with cold-pressed and traced quality. Words printed so often that they lose meaning. It meets minimum parameters for acidity and peroxides, but offers the bare minimum. Nothing more. Fewer antioxidants, less cardiovascular protection, more inflammation, almost €10, but €3 quality. Number 3. Sirio Classico. Sirio is a name everyone knows, but on oil, it doesn't keep its promise. Salvagente downgraded Sirio Classico for defects of overheating and sludge, olives that were harvested late or poorly stored, heavy, tired taste, lacking freshness. Altro Consumo gave it 33 points out of 100, low quality, at €9.90. Sirio competes on volume, not quality. It blends community oils, filtered to last 2 or 3 years.
Their goal is certainly not flavor. The oil is no longer good because chemical processes of fermentation or oxidation ruin it. 0 benefits. Calories without nutritional value. Sirio is not dishonest, it's efficient, but industrial efficiency produces packaged mediocrity. Number 4. Carrefour Classico. Large retailer labels have grown enormously. Carrefour has launched its own lines to compete, but behind the familiar logo lies questionable quality. Salvagente failed Carrefour Classico for rancidity. Rancidity indicates advanced oxidation that destroys fatty acids and produces harmful aldehydes. It's not just bad taste, it's altered chemistry. It scored 33 points out of 100 at €7.49. Carrefour does not produce oil. It commissions third parties on tight margins.
The oil is blended, filtered, stored for a long time. The problem with private labels is traceability. Labels say EU origin or EU blend and never the specific mill. Intentional vagueness for flexibility. You don't know if it comes from Greece, Spain, or Tunisia. You don't know when it was pressed or how long it was in tanks. Number 5. Prima donna Lidl. Lidl promises low prices. Prima donna takes that promise to the extreme. At €3.79, it costs less than a cappuccino. It seems like a bargain, but it's a trap. Salvagente downgraded it for overheating and sludge. Low quality with 30 points out of 100. To sell at that price, Lidl cuts corners everywhere. Second choice olives, blends from low-cost countries, long storage, heavy filtration. Every step optimized for cost, not flavor.
The result is oil technically passable, but empty. Prima donna offers no freshness, polyphenols, or protection. It offers cheap fats that cost more than you think. Oxidized oil, devoid of antioxidants, increases inflammation and oxidative stress. In the long term, saving €2 costs your health. Lidl has won awards for other limes like Olizzone, but Prima donna is its basic line for those who only look at price. Bertolli is one of the most recognizable names in Italian oil. For generations, the green and gold bottle has meant authenticity. In 2018, Deolio, Bertolli's parent company, paid $7 million for a class action in the United States. Deceptive labels on bottles that read "Imported from Italy" contained oils from Spain, Greece, and North Africa. When the label changed to "Bottled in Italy," the correction was silent. In Italian tests, the results were concerning. The Salvagente 2023 downgraded Bertolli Gentile for rancidity. Altro Consumo 2024 gave it 33 points out of 100 at €5.41 per liter. Italians buy Bertolli out of nostalgia, but the flavor is flat, less pungent, less vibrant. The marketing talks about Tuscan tradition, but production takes place in modern facilities using oils from across Europe. Number 7. Dante Terre Antiche. Dante Terre Antiche is among the lesser-known but emblematic brands. In Altro Consumo tests, it scored 29 points out of 100, last place overall, low quality, price €5.99. Not the cheapest, yet the worst. The brand presents itself with images of Tuscan countryside and promises of ancient lands. But behind the marketing is mediocre oil blended by anonymous suppliers without traceability. The main defect is a total lack of character. No fruitiness, bitterness, or pungency. It's flat, insipid, tastes only of fat. When an extra virgin oil completely loses its profile, it means one thing. It's old, oxidized, or made from terrible olives. Dante represents the bottom of the barrel. It's neither a historical brand nor a strategic discount. It's a filler product to occupy shelf space. By buying Dante, you're not buying oil. You're buying an illusion packaged with pastoral images and empty words. And it costs €6. Now that we've seen the 7 worst, let's talk about the 2 brands that truly deserve your trust. Number 1. Diceco 100% Italian. If you had to choose an oil from the supermarket, choose Diceco. In the Altro Consumo 2024 tests, Diceco 100% Italian extra virgin olive oil scored 86 points out of 100, the highest. Excellent quality, best buy. At €11.69, it's not cheap, but it's the best. Diceco is an Abruzzese company founded in 1886 with over 130 years in food production. The same attention as their pasta, rigorous selection, cold extraction, rapid bottling. Every batch tested in the laboratory and tasted before distribution. The results are evident. Intense fruitiness, pleasant bitterness, a pungent aftertaste that tingles. That tingle is not a defect. It's a sign of fresh polyphenols that protect the heart. Diceco uses dark glass. Labels report 100% Italian origin, bottling date, chemical parameters, total transparency. Diceco has consistently maintained high scores. First place in 2018, among the top 3 in 2021, and back at the top in 2024. Rare consistency where scores vary greatly and the price is right. At €11, you're investing in your health. Each spoon brings antioxidants and fatty acids that reduce LDL cholesterol. Number 2. Monini Classico. If Diceco is the best, Monini Classico is the best value. In the Altro Consumo 2024 tests, Monini Classico scored 77 points out of 100. Excellent quality, with the Best Buy sticker. At €11.03, it costs less than Diceco, but offers excellence. Monini is an Umbrian company founded in 1920, with over a century of experience. The Monini Group is an Italian leader with a turnover over 200 million and a presence in 80 countries. But it's not just about size, it's about expertise, investments in research, technology, and traceability. Each bottle reports Italian origin, methods, certifications, balanced flavor, medium fruitiness, delicate bitterness, present but not aggressive pungency, versatile, perfect raw or cooked. Consistent quality, batch after batch. In previous tests, it always scored between 66 and 78. Second place in 2015, in 2018, and among the top 5 in 2024. Stability is a sign of robust quality control. Monini uses dark glass, airtight closures, controlled storage, and delicate filtration without eliminating polyphenols. It maintains freshness for up to 18 months, an unbeatable quality-to-price ratio. For just over €11, you protect cardiovascular health, reduce inflammation, and improve vitamin absorption. Monini is not the cheapest, but it's the smartest. Now let's see how to recognize fake oil. Rule 1. Read the label carefully. Look for 100% Italian or produced in Italy from Italian olives. Avoid EU oil blend or community origin. That vagueness hides blends from countries with lower standards. Rule 2. Check the date. A good oil reports the bottling date or harvest year. If it's missing, that's a negative sign. Oil deteriorates. After 18 months, it loses most of its polyphenols. Rule 3. Look at the bottle. Dark glass or tin is better. Avoid transparent bottles that accelerate oxidation. Rule 4. Be wary of overly low prices. Quality oil costs between €10 and €15 per liter. Less than €8 is probably inferior quality. Rule 5. Trust your senses. Good extra virgin smells of fresh grass, green olives. To the taste, it's bitter and pungent. If it has no smell or doesn't tingle, it's probably old. Rule 6. Look for certifications. DOP and IGP guarantee controlled origin and methods. Organic certifies the absence of pesticides. Rule 7. Buy from transparent brands. Diceco and Monini report chemical parameters, precise origin, methods. Transparency is a sign of trust. We have covered 7 brands to avoid and 2 that are trustworthy. Diceco and Monini are the best. Next time you're in front of the shelf, stop. Read the label, check the date, look at the bottle. Don't let marketing decide. Choose the oil that still remembers the olive grove. Whether it's a bottle of olive oil, a too-good-to-be-true discount, or a promise that sounds perfect, what protects you isn't the label, it's the truth behind it. Build the habit of checking, observing, and choosing with your own understanding. Because every small decision you make today is how you protect your health, your money, and your trust. If this story woke you up and made you want to live a little more wisely, please hit like to support the channel. Share it with someone you care about so they don't get fooled. Leave a comment with your experience, and subscribe for more stories that reveal what's really going on.